Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am the Grand Cat and today we're going to be unlocking Neo Saionji. Unlike that fake unlocking Neo Saionji the other day, which we didn't do, but this time I am certain that we have enough points here that we can do it. We're using a new version of the Harpy deck because of course new cards came out, so you can be very excited to see all of that. And we will be showing it off, and then afterwards, once we've unlocked Neo Saionji, we'll be looking at the deck that I used in order to do it. So, well worth sticking around for the end of the video. And let's see if we can get Neo Saionji in this one match. If not, then we will do it in the next one. So we're also using a new skill as well. No, we've got Mirror Force, wow. Mirror Force would be really strong in Rush Duels. Oh my goodness. Widespread Rain's already strong enough, but Mirror Force is a bit ridiculous. Well, that Mirror Force is really doing a lot of work here because I can just hide behind this. And that's all that I need to do. Hopefully they never release that, because that is absolutely ridiculous. So this is the first time that you're going to see the new skill. It is Hysteric Force, and it increases one Harpy Lady or one Harpy's Pet Dragon by 100 times its number of stars. So they can become quite massive. And I think we just win here. Now the question is, was that enough? We shall have to see. So this new version of the Harpy deck doesn't really rely on the maximum summoning. Maximum summoning is just a bonus, but most of the time you won't be going for it. Yeah, okay, here we are, we have storyline. Okay, very interesting. However, I have my own outs to maximum summons, which is gigantic Harpies pet dragons. But let's go ahead. She'll take on Nail Saionji.
To know what will happen in this duel. Get ready for the rush!
Also, these traps, the counter pigeons, are amazing for this deck. It's very unfortunate that you can't get to see the Harpies pet dragon because we don't have enough non-tribute monsters. In order to get to use our skill, all of our monsters with 1400 or more attack have to be wind monsters, which is why we're using Cybertech Alligator, because he is a legend 2500 with wind attribute. Alright, well, since we can win this turn anyway, I may as well show this off. And that is how you beat maximum summons, by just getting a Harpies pet dragon to get over 4000 attack. Very nice and simple. And there we have it, folks. Nail Saionji has been unlocked. I'm going to screenshot that for the thumbnail. And you can now use Nail Saionji and his deck. And we've obtained Nail's skill, Rush On, the Yggdrago, the Sky Emperor. And of course, Yggdrago, the Sky Emperor, is available in the latest set, but you do not get him for free, unfortunately. You have to you unfortunately have to buy the packs if you want to get to your Yggdrasil. Oh, we've played 100 games using Yuga. That's very, very cool. And there we have the 7-Road Magician sleeves. That's very nice to see. That's very cool, I didn't realise that. And we've all unlocked Neo Saionji. So let's take a look at Neo Saionji's deck, and then we're going to copy the current deck that we're using over that one, because it's almost certainly going to be better.
The name's Yuga Ono. Get ready for the rush. I'm in charge of managing the dueling network worldwide.
So let's take a look at some of his cards. So it looks like it's all Cyberse. There's a few different skills in there as well. Okay, interesting. So let's take a look at his actual deck. And as per usual, it is fairly terrible. We have a Max Raider in there and Dragon Knights of Darkness. Yes, unfortunately, things that aren't entirely helpful. I don't think there's even anything new in here. Nope, nothing indeed. So we're going to copy. We're going to copy another deck onto this deck because we're not going to be using that. We shall be using the just Harpies. And let's take a quick look at the Harpy deck as I promised. So, we're only using 2 Harpies Pet Dragon. We only have 2 Harpies Pet Dragon, but 2 is all that I would use anyway because it requires 2 tributes. We are already using enough tributes in this. Of course, the Harpy Lady Sisters are all 1 tribute, as are the Harpy Sisters left and right. They are all 1 tribute monsters. They're also very important to this deck. With Cybertech Alligator is fantastic because he's 2500, which is ginormous. And you want to run as many winged beast monsters as possible for this effect. You have to shuffle 2 wind attribute winged beast type monsters from your graveyard into your deck, and then 1 face-up monster from your field gains 500 attack until the end of the turn. Then if you're in maximum summon, you deal another 500 burn damage. But you don't really care about that part. It's just about getting the plus 500. So, of course, the Harpies Ladies are winged beasts, and they are wind. And also the Harpies Ladies will give plus 300 attack to the Harpies Pet Dragon. The Harpy Lady Sisters will give plus 900 to the Harpies Pet Dragon. So that's how to make it absolutely massive. This is the only, or one of the only non-winged beasts. It is a dragon that is wind. Now, he is still wind, so we still get off the skill. But if we could get a winged beast in there, that would be much, much better. However, because he's dragon, that means that this isn't going to work with him. The only cards... Let's go into Counter Pigeons, actually. So Counter Pigeons is when an opponent's monster declares an attack against your winged beast type monster, the attacking monster loses attack equal to the level of the attacking monster times 100 until the end of this turn. So that can get over a lot of really big, scary cards that your opponent can attack with. Example, let me just go into attack here. Like, if your opponent has a multi-strike dragon and is going to attack twice, then it's going to lose 700 attack, which is going to bring it down to a mere 1800, which is enough to get over quite a lot of things. A Summoned Skull would go down to 1900. A Cybertech Alligator would go down to 2000. So it really does do a lot of damage to a lot of these bigger cards. So this is really, really helpful for getting around those types. Let's see here. See, this card says it cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effect. This says it cannot be destroyed by opponent's trap card effects, but it can be affected by them. So this doesn't destroy, it only lowers their attack. So if this thing is on the field and it's got 3400 attack and attacks into your, well, No, it wouldn't work because this is a machine. All you can do is lower its attack by 1,000 because it's going to be a 10-star monster, so it's going to lose 100 attack times its stars, which is 1,000. So not quite as good. Now, let's look at the rest of this. So these are Winged Beast types. These are Winged Beast wind types. These are Winged Beast wind types. And these are Winged Beast wind types. So the reason we're playing all of those is to get off the effect of this, to send back to Winged Beast types, but also to activate the counter pigeons, because the only things counter pigeon doesn't work on is Winged Dragon, the Guardian Fortress, the Cybertech Alligator, and the Harpies Pet Dragon. So you have to be aware of those. I think Tribute to the Doomed is the best legend spell card that we have. Literally discard a card from your hand, get rid of an opponent's monster on the field. It destroys a lot of problems. We're using the barrier. I would play more of it, but we're already playing enough cards here that aren't going to be helpful. You really want a good combination of low-level monsters that you can summon, and then high-level monsters that you can summon over them, that you can tribute for. So you don't want too many spells and traps getting in the way of you being able to actually summon out your big things. Of course, Widespread Ruin, I think, is arguably the best card in the game, short of Mirror Force, which I'm hoping never comes out. But just being able to destroy an opponent's highest attacking monster when they declare an attack with anything is absolutely huge. And we are playing one Sword and Shield. So when an opponent's level 9 or lower attacking monster declares an attack, so of course that doesn't work on maximum summons, you switch the original attack of the attacking monster until the end of the turn, and switch the original attack and defense of the attack target. Then you can add one Sword and Shield from your graveyard to your hand. Now we're not going to play Sword and Shield regularly, because I think this is a much better card. But this card is still really good in this deck. Now, it's not good in all decks. Now, obviously, your Harpies ladies, they have 0 defense, so you never want to use it when your Harpy ladies are being attacked. However, your Harpies Pet Dragon has 2,500 defense and only 2,000 attack, so its attack actually goes up. This has 1,600 defense. It's still more than enough. Your Harpy ladies have more defense than attack. These things still have 1,200 attack. These only have 11, but this has 1,400 as opposed to 1,200. 1,400 defense opposed to 1,200 attack, and these aren't going to matter. So this actually does win a lot of matchups. So do remember that it swaps both the attack and defense of both your opponent's monster and your monster, so don't go using it when your Harpy Lady is being attacked, otherwise your attack's going to drop to 0 and your opponent's going to deal a lot of damage to you. So let's take a look at the Hysteric Force, my goodness, itself. So this skill can only be used if the only monsters with 1,400 or more attack in your deck are wind type attributes. And then your requirement is none, but once per turn, you select one face-up Harpy Lady Sisters or one Harpy's Pet Dragon on your field, and it gains attack equal to that monster's level times 100. If there is no attack position monsters in your opponent's field, you can change one defense position monster in your opponent's field to face-up attack position. Now that second part is absolutely huge, because it's so easy in Rush Duel to just set 3 monsters in defense mode and end your turn. Your opponent just has to endlessly attack until you find an out to it. But being able to swap your opponent's defense position monsters into attack position, and also being able to give plus 700 to your Harpy's Pet Dragon, or to give plus 500 to your Harpy's Lady Sisters, is absolutely ginormous as well. Really helps out and really makes the deck very strong. So that is why I am using that. I think it's one of the better decks in the game. Of course, we just got the 7-Drone Magician, and in the shop, this is the Cybertech Alligator, which I bought very recently, particularly for this deck. So once again, I'm going to make this all Harpy themed, because that is what the deck is. And there we go, folks. That is it. That is how we unlocked Nail Saionji, and that is how we're going to play the Harpy deck. When more Winged Beast monsters come out, we're going to swap out the Winged Guardian Dragon of the Fortress for those Winged Beasts. We might even take out the Cybertech Alligator for more Winged Beasts, and if we get more of the Harpy Lady Sisters left and right, which at the moment you can only get 1 of each, then those would probably go into the deck. We'd probably take out the Cybertech Alligators, and then Harpy's Pet Dragon might even be dropped down to 1, just so that we've got more space for these Harpy Lady Sisters. But there we are. And of course, if we get more winged beast type monsters, then we might swap out the Harpies girls for something that's just a little bit stronger, because currently the Harpy girl is only there to be a tribute fodder for one of the bigger cards, and to also be used for the effect of Harpy's Lady Sisters to increase the attack of one of your cards by 500. Now, it doesn't increase herself by 500. You can increase herself by 500, but you can choose any card to be increased by 500. So if this guy is sitting here at, over 4,000 attack, you can make him into like a 5,000 attacker, which is a really, really huge thing. It'll definitely get over anything your opponent can summon. But that's going to be it for this little video. I really hope that you all enjoyed, and if you did enjoy it, please give me a like, share and subscribe, and if you are subscribed, make sure you click that notification icon so you can see when more of these glorious little videos go out, and we shall see you all in the next video. Goodbye everybody.